Hello. Welcome back to Invest in Your Money, Attorney. With the big evil lady who became a giant dinosaur and stepped on the president of a foreign country.
Oh yeah, I forgot that stupid bullshit happened.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah, there she is right there.
It's never like, it's never like bridge to the turnabout where it's all like, aside from Larry, pretty like serious, like like the plot, the fake. It's always something crazy,
I wouldn't
like
even say Bridge to the Turnabout is always serious. There's a lot of silly shit in it. As soon as you
sure,
enter the
but
courtroom,
as
though,
far
then
as like,
yeah, it's very
as far as
serious.
like the premise of the murder goes, right? It's like,
Yeah. I mean, even the last game with extraterritorial rights, man, that whole shit was a fucking nightmare. Either way, though, here we are again with these three.
oh yeah, this fucked trial. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready?
Of course, Your Honor. We can begin whenever you want.
The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor.
Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from the world. Furthermore, Sebastian DeBest, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared.
I'm sure he's doing fine.
And so, Francisca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties. Maybe he just went to work at Sonic for a little bit, lay low.
Yeah. Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial.
I haven't gotten any sleep in 38 hours.
This is the dungeon that I keep lots of, I couldn't think of a punchline. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered.
This is the prison where I keep everyone who's disappeared. As such, there's no one inside of it.
These are the breeding halls from the Golem game. And the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exacerbating the situation.
Is there really a place called the Breeding Halls?
Yes. There's a line where one of the like guards is like, "Golem, breeding halls, now!"
What do you do in the Breeding Halls?
It's probably where they make orcs. I don't know though. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away.
Absent the chat.
Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma. Maybe Mrs. Von Karma by the end of the day, huh? No? Okay. At this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice.
Oh, I guess this is the last job Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray is more than happy to help out. Although, having said that, I only have enough time to skim through the case files. Are you on to your end, Franny Pie?
What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace? Oh, that rhymed. I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now, 3 seconds ago. There should be no problem continuing the... Wait, was there a dog?
Don't worry about it.
The trial. You have my thanks. And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia Rowland, to the stand. We're just actually seeing a fucking trial, alright.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant...
Please wait, Your Honor.
What is it? Was that your voice? What is it?
Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this?
Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement.
So if I listen to it, I'll get it. Okay then, let's hear it.
That was the plan from the start. Now, if you would kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred in the detention center in the prison Warden Rowland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, remember that guy? Who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. This knife, the murder weapon, is the decisive evil. Huh? Evil evidence. Come on,
yeah,
Emily.
it's a decisive evil.
Listen, I just played a bunch of Lord of the Rings magic shit, okay? Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's... No, I'm not gonna use the soundboard. I'm not gonna use the soundboard. Impossible! The evidence is...
What's wrong with the evidence, Franny Pie?
The evidence. The knife's gone. The chisel with Dogen's bell attached to it is missing too.
What? What?
Order, order. Prosecutor von Karma, what is the meaning of this?
I like the implication that the judge bangs his gavel like bong bong bong. Well, she just goes... just destroys the fucking table with a single slam.
Yeah, if only I was the table.
Like, she just gets All Might arm for just like 2 seconds while she slams the table with her gavel.
I don't understand it either, Your Honor.
If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce.
You're dead next. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had.
Well, it appears the culprit is that pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Well, there you go. Hey, Corny Pie. Sounds to me like I got a free win. Sonic for everyone.
Oh, shit. For real?
Your Honor, consider our predicament. Let's say we postpone the trial till later.
The defense's proposal is overruled.
Oh, okay.
As I said that.
Courtney Pie. I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible.
Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolish...
And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything. Wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor?
This is the most kangaroo the court has gotten. like, just imagine a real life scenario where the prosecutor's like, oh, we misplaced the evidence bag, and then the fucking defendant is like, okay, I'm going home then, right now. I got an Uber. I'm gone.
So, there is precedent for this that I know of. There was a story I read about a guy who worked for an Apple company suing Apple for some reason. I think it was like his phone. Apple didn't take it seriously the fuck at all. So they're like, whatever. So they didn't respond. And they kept sending like some guy who worked at the company instead of sending like an actual lawyer team because they just didn't care. They did this like 3 times. The judge got so fed up with it, they just like, fuck it. You win the case. If Apple will listen, they don't care. You just earn the money. Here it is. And he got like $50,000 for it. Which obviously Apple doesn't fucking care. But it's still just like a ridiculous amount of money because you couldn't be arsed to just send a lawyer over.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what's happening here. It's just that Courtney didn't wait a couple times to do this.
That is correct.
Sorry, wife, I can't be nice. What?
The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland... Yeah, no shit, thank you.
Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare innocent all of a sudden.
Is something the matter? For the defense to object to a not guilty verdict...
Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? Okay, this is absolutely kangaroo court.
Yeah, now,
the fucking defendant, he cannot say that.
Yeah, that's a mistrial. 100%.
You were there with us when we found the murder weapon. What the fuck are you doing presiding over this trial? Courtney's like...
Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict.
Oh, Lord.
And the defense should not say that their client is clearly guilty. That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered and the judge sitting before you now are 2 completely different people.
I have to say, I think this is actually worse kangaroo nonsense than the fucking report being outdated. What? Outdated?
That's like, the report being outdated isn't even that ridiculous from the scale of Ace Attorney, where like Phoenix just holds on to, evidence until it's relevant, and the prosecution can't like prepare for it.
That is actually something that's allowed. That is how the defense works. They are allowed to, if it gets checked by the court, they are allowed to withhold evidence from the prosecution.
Yeah, if it gets checked by the court. But there are plenty of times where it's very much not.
I get the feeling that that's just not a rule in the Ace Attorney world.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. So that's like at least like logical by the game's own rules. This is just nonsense. I think Phoenix had a whole thing where he could not call what's his name guilty during
Rise from Ashes. I mean, there was that thing where it's like the evidence law book, and it says that you have to submit evidence if it's relevant. But if you realize it's relevant mid-case, then it's fine. So basically what Phoenix is doing is he's pretending that the evidence isn't relevant, and then not submitting it to the prosecution and the court. Yeah. And then in the middle of the case being like, oh, now it's relevant. Yeah. And then submitting it.
Definitely a little bit of cheese and finagling going on there, but at least it's like a little bit logical. This is just Raymond being like, what the fuck am I doing presiding over the defense of this case? There's literally no one. You couldn't get like whatever the Max Payne like simile is.
I mean, that's a prosecutor, but
I think there's a defendant version as well.
I don't remember that.
You're kidding, right?
I can only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented. There is evidence. It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes, that's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor.
The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. Courtney Pie, please.
I understand. I shall grant your request.
Well, Justine, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today?
This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall play. Prepare for the resumption of the trial.
They just like get in the basketball court and start slamming. Oh,
did you all bring your Beyblades? Court is now adjourned.
Let it rip, as it were. What the fuck was that case? Why did that scene exist? Very confused.
Didn't we find it together? The evidence!
Yes, we certainly did. Huh? What's the matter, Detective? Looks like the metal detector's reacting to this alligator, sir.
Really? Why?
Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this.
The chisel.
Wasn't that just a fake murder weapon? Dogen hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. Oh. The real murder weapon is in the pond inside the alligator.
I wonder if it was stolen by someone.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Yeah.
Not Mr. Edgeworth, not Gumshoe. Not even close. Miss Barry and Mr. Keys, you gained a lot of puberty in the last 5 seconds. Did you come to attend the trial?
I wasn't either of these.
I came because I had fun in here, and a really fun shows around here. So where is it? The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have started already, but our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it?
Actually, 2 key pieces of evidence have gone missing. Get it, like keys, like your last name? The chisel and the knife. The trial's in recess now. Sort of like an intermission. In case you don't know what that is, idiot.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Looks like Simon's gonna get arrested again. No, I can't.
I guess Simon is his usual noisy self. I knew this guy for like an hour. Huh? To think that I would be humiliated like this.
She's like booting the wall. And here comes another noisy individual. Now, Franny Pie, let's just take a moment to calm down a bit. Please don't kill me. Maybe you can put that whip of yours away, and we can go get ourselves a Jumbo Jack, or we can go to Sonic or something.
We only have 15 minutes. That foolish prosecutor, when I get my hands on him. I will pour bleach in his. I will whip. My whip is going to give him the thrashing of a lifetime.
Nah, why don't you try talking to her? You knew her for a period of time, right? Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say. Yeah, she's going to speak. That's a thing that's going to happen. Yep.
Yeah, what's up? I can't believe the evidence went missing. We really did find the murder weapon, that knife, right?
Yes, it was in the alligator's mouth.
I wonder if someone took it with them.
We cannot deny that possibility.
Let's ask everyone involved with the case. We might find out something.
Indeed. Let's do just that.
Don't you think today's trial felt kind of strange?
Just a little bit.
The defendant, Miss Rowland, was awfully relaxed.
Yeah, indeed. It was as if she had already known the evidence had gone missing.
And Miss Courtney seemed different from usual, too.
There may be something at work behind the scenes during today's trial. Maybe she collapsed and her twin sister took over.
Also, like, even if we find this evidence, Rowland has a very clear mistrial case with Mr. Shields saying the whole "my client is guilty" thing. I mean, Edgeworth, you as a prosecutor, you would never push for the defendant to get off the case, right? You've never done that, right?
Okay, looks like you've gotten your memories back.
Yeah, I'm all better now.
Well, Uncle Ray was real worried, you know. No, that other Kay was also pretty cute. Well, now that you've recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake?
Nope. We need to focus on the trial right now. Also, I won't ever touch you.
Yeah, well, things are looking pretty good. Aren't looking pretty good. Anyway, we'll have to search for the evidence. Well, we can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's in a pickle. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us. That look of expectation on your face says it all. Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? You finally feel like following your father's footsteps? I simply left it in someone else's pocket. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now I'm unable to follow in my father's footsteps. I see. Well, there's no need for you to rush your decision. Take all the time you need to determine the path you want to follow. In any case, door's always open for you at the Edgeworth Law offices. Mr. Shields. Hoy vey. I guess I never showed him any of the shit I have here. Want to take a look at all this garbage I got? That's a lovely badge. You like it? I'm sure it would also look great on you, Miles. This is Kay's treasure. I couldn't possibly wear it. Huh, I see. Rightio then. I guess there's no other choice. At this rate, the only thing left for you to wear is the defense attorney's badge. Fell right into his trap. I think his skin would melt if it, like, touched him.
Yeah, Phoenix has to take it off when they get down and dirty.
I don't think they fuck in their suits.
Well, clearly a thing that you and some people on the internet disagree with. Just kidding, I actually haven't seen any. Anyways.
It probably exists, I'm sure.
Probably exists, yeah.
Yeah, Kay involved in an incident like that, then
But also, you don't think Phoenix would be, like, mid-sex, just like, hey, look at my defendant's badge? Like...
Oh, absolutely. But he holds it, and he protects that thing dearly. He doesn't let anyone touch it, not even Edgeworth. He just flashes it at people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess the only good news now is that my sweetie little Kay got her Maybach.
My memory. I'm sorry. Somehow I don't remember your name.
What? Kay? You sound serious. Don't tell me you've really forgotten about Uncle Ray. Huh, how could you? Well then, how about a hug to cheer me up?
Nope. Gotcha. It was just a joke, Mr. Shields. Thank you so much for everything you did for me when I lost my memories. Wait, was he here?
Please give me a break. Well, how about a hug of relief?
Nope.
These two have fallen back into their old routine. Okay, involved in an incident like that is inexcusable. Well, guess the old news is that we got blah 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 blah. Ha 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 ha! This, well, this evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right? Yeah, it's possible. Yep. Well, then hold on to it closely. Hurry, put it away. He does think he doesn't think much about this. Wow, the president died. That's crazy. Anyway, put that away. That's an international incident. I want to hear about that.
Listen, I already heard a lot of Twitter communists talking about it, alright? Speaking of Twitter communists, did you hear about the submarine full of billionaires that got lost in the ocean?
The what?
So there's a submarine where people could pay $250,000 to get a seat on it to go view the wreckage of the Titanic.
Yeah.
And recently they did a trip with a handful of billionaires. No names I think that you would recognize, because I didn't recognize any of the names, and if I didn't recognize any of the names of the billionaires, I mean, probably you don't.
Yeah.
Anyways, they went down into the ocean, piloted by a third-party Xbox controller. I'm not joking. In the tiniest submarine known to man that doesn't have windows, and also they got lost. No one knows where they are.
That sounds like the plotline to an Alex Rider book, like the starting, like the cold open, like, Alex, we need you to go off into Bulgaria to go figure out what happened to all those billionaires.
And then
Mrs.
he'd be
Jones,
like,
I don't want to do this.
And then he'd be like, "Fuck you, they're billionaires. Eat shit and die, drown, bitch." Right?
Literally every single book involves either a billionaire or a very multi-rich millionaire
Who
just
dies.
being a fucking cunt.
Who Alex Rider kills.
He has killed exactly one person on purpose with a gun, and several other billionaires. Yes, he's killed billionaires and the assholes.
Nice.
I mean, some of them did not die directly from him. One flew into the rotor of a fucking airplane and got chopped to pieces.
That's hilarious. That should happen to Elon Musk yesterday.
Is Elon Musk dead? Did I miss that?
No. If Elon Musk died, like the Discord, like I'd probably change the Discord to like a birthday party theme with like balloons. And
There'd be like a whole new channel called Elon Musk Dead F's in the Chat Harambe, and it's just nonstop.
Okay, but I wouldn't put F's.
Memes.
I wouldn't put F's in the chat. I'd just post various gifs of
W's
anime girls laughing. W's, yeah.
Isn't there anything we could do?
Well, actually, I just got a great idea.
I'll punch Edgeworth in the back.
Why don't we put him in a submarine? We put on an animal show inside the courtroom. Everyone would be caught up in it.
So if we put the animals inside the submarine and then sink it into the ocean with a third-party Xbox
Why do you want to kill the
controller?
poor animals?
With maybe they're billionaire animals.
Oh, I see. And then maybe they'd have to delay the trial another day.
No way. We do something like that, I get arrested for sure.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Just pull a fifth game and just set a bomb in the courtroom.
The court's not so cold as to arrest someone for showing everyone a good time. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
I would prefer if you didn't flagrantly encourage such criminal behavior. Did you ever see any part of the Ace Attorney anime involving the shitty-ass Big Top case at the very end where they just perform a live fucking stunt show inside the courtroom with all the and the fucking music is ridiculous and like it's very whimsical and stupid and it's like literally I wanted to die looking at it. It's great. It's truly magical actually. I fucking hated it. It was like the perfect capstone to the worst case in the entire series. Courthouse is so much fun. There's even wild animal tamers here.
Francisco.
A wild animal tamer. Her showmanship could use some work. That lady really knows how to handle a whip. Although in her case, her whip is used to tame humans. During the recess, no one may enter the courtroom.
Really? No one can get in?
Like I said, during the recess, no man enter the courtroom.
But if nobody can go in, no one can resume the trial and we'll be stuck in recess forever.
Oh, you're right! We're all doomed!
Mr. Edgeworth, Did you like how I pointed out that contradiction just now?
I don't think you'll gain any useful information by pressing the bailiff.
Objection.
Bailiff!
It's a model of the courthouse. It's really long. Do you think Francisca's like, fucking talk to me? What is wrong with you? Why are you talking to the fucking bailiff? We have 2 minutes left.
There's something written on the information panel here. Press the button
Is
to
there?
activate robot transformation sequence. Reservation required to view the transformation show. Please inquire at the front desk. This model courthouse transforms into a robot.
Mr. Edgeworth,
She's unusually quiet. I thought she'd
Mr.
make a
Edgeworth,
fuss about wanting to see it.
if the model can transform, does that mean that this courthouse can also?
Okay, I assure you that's not possible. But perhaps there is more to this courthouse than meets the eye.
Okay.
Also, this is the exact same for like this has barely changed since like the 15 years ago when Edgeworth was a little baby. There's notice posted in front of this water fountain. Step on the pedal to enjoy the amazingly delicious water. However, once it starts flowing, it will never stop again, so please be prepared. So this fountain is basically out of surface.
Alright, let's do this. Are you prepared?
Calm yourself, Kay. Look at this stuff over here. Just like...
Compendium of Laws for Beginners, huh? I wonder if I could read the. You know what? Let's read the entire book with Mr. Edgeworth. I would fucking kill. Ah, but it looks like Volume 1 is currently out on loan. I'd better wait and start with the first volume. Otherwise, the story won't make any sense.
Okay, I hate to ruin it for you, but law books don't have any story to them. Anyway.
Yes? Miles Edgeworth? Oh, if it isn't former prosecutor Miles Edgeworth,
yes,
fancy seeing you here.
How's
I
it going?
didn't know you were in the room.
Yep, how are you doing? It's been a little bit, hasn't it?
How's the model courthouse?
Oh yeah,
Did you find it enjoyable?
Yeah, it transforms into a robot.
Oh, that's swell.
Yeah. Otherwise, the bailiff is doing just fine. He unfortunately had his reality warped by Kay when it was unfortunately mentioned to him that if no one re-enters the courtroom...
Our recess is over. We lost the trial.
It's okay. The defendant thinks the defense thinks he's guilty too, so you'll be okay. Francisca.
Those who have abandoned the path of a prosecutor do not belong here. Now, be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life.
Oh, okay then. I guess I'll just leave. I guess you never wanted to talk to me after all.
Well, the fucking recess is already over. I don't need your goddamn help.
Hey, look at this Yatagarasu badge.
Is that supposed to be a replacement for your prosecutor's badge? It certainly suits you, Miles Edgeworth. Hold it! This badge suits me way more than it does Mr. Edgeworth.
When did this become a competition? Hey, by the way, the president died.
This is Zhengfa's.
Yeah, the president of Zhengfa, Dijun Huang. We discovered his body just recently. It's like, I really needed to hear this right now. Thanks!
Oh my god, he got on the submarine. What are you saying? There must be some kind of mistake.
That's why there's no blood, because he drowned. Okay, now it all
Yeah.
makes sense. Except this body would be fucking crushed into a tin can.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
No, I confirmed it with my own eyes. There was no mistake.
Then, this incident, could it have something to do with my trial?
No, it's nothing of the sort. We just came here to speak with Judge Courtney.
Then why the fuck did you tell me about this, Miles Edgeworth? Are you trying to distract me by showing me evidence that is unrelated to this trial?
My apologies. Seems I should have shown it to you.
Shouldn't have shown it to me. Are you trying to conceal the incident from me?
What do you want from me? Hey, do you want to see a monster movie?
Miles Edgeworth, unlike you, I am actually busy. I don't have the time to look at something like that. Why don't you just look at that evidence again by yourself?
She is certainly as harsh as ever. Guess it crashed. Guess
It was a funny time for my internet to blip.
Ah, okay, that's what happened. Gotcha.
Kay Faraday, have you had any more problems with your memory since your recovery? Nope, I remember everything perfectly now, including how I secretly wanted to steal a closer look at your whipping technique. Pride flag question mark? Interesting. If you want to see it that badly, I'll show it to you.
Interesting. Why me?
Ah, so close. Felt like I was almost about to see through it. One more time, Ms. Von Karma. Show it to me one more time. Pretty please. Very well, since you asked so politely.
Could you two please stop this at once? Pretty please. That was for somebody.
Watch me whip him again, lol.
Lol. Hey, did you see this commemorative photo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, was there another page? Oh no, you already did the other page.
So what are you gonna do, Francisco? The recess is only 15 minutes.
Yes, and we have negative 20 left.
That's okay. I think Courtney, got a concussion or something. You'll have some time.
Oh, thank fuck. You're always so calm and collected. Like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick.
I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. So hey, Francisca, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case.
The bodyguard of the president of Zhengfa, Horace Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence.
However, the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace.
Not only did he abandon his own case, but he also made me look like a fool in court.
I guess Gumshoe is not nearby.
The next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him.
I don't really mind if you whip some backbone into him, but please stop witnessing innocent bystanders. Only there was someone who could go search for the evidence for us.
He's just gonna say that line again.
Very well. I'll go look for them. I'm not doing anything right now, other than
I feel like
investigating
they
the death of the
expected
president.
you. I feel like they expected you to talk to Ray after Francisca, so they were like, okay, well, Ray will say that, and then Edgeworth will be like, okay, I'll go look. And then they're like, well, shit, what do we do if they talk to Ray first? And they're just like, I don't know, just cut to Ray saying that again.
Yeah, of course. Oh, Miles, you do that for us? Yeah, of course. Finding the evidence within 15 minutes will be no easy task.
Considering you hinted it at me twice.
Well, if worse comes to worse, Uncle Ray and Franny Pie will help you stall for time. By breaking the court structure into pieces. Well, until you recover the evidence, we won't let you hand down a verdict. Please do so. Francisca, are you okay with this?
You're asking me, Francisco von Karma, to help you out. You'd be better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman for the local news. I'm obsessed with this metaphor.
Miss Von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation.
I understand. Also,
Since
I don't know why I'm
Raymond Shields asked me, I guess I'll do it.
Well, I just thought about how you're trying to help me, so there's no reason for me to be an ass about it. As acting prosecutor, I, along with that attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around and look for the evidence.
I, the prosecutor of this case, and him, the other prosecutor of this case, shall stall for time. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor...
All for my sake. I had like a joke in my head where I was gonna have her say sake, but I kinda didn't do that. It's a job that suits you perfectly.
I'm glad you're on board. Oh, about two. Because I really don't want to get arrested again. This sounds like fun. Regina wants to tag along too.
No.
Alright, that'd be helpful. Now then, where should we begin?
I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say.
Who should we talk to in order to learn where the evidence went?
Probably that person.
Ah, yes, that person. Yes, the person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian de Best. Ah, you mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it. I'll leave him to you.
Do you just trip and fall on the ground?
I think that was the sound of him opening and shutting the door.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. Just the two of them.
Miles Edgeworth, you better not keep me waiting any longer than the 20-ass minutes it took you to look at the model fucking... Lest you end up like your friend here.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. You think Francisco also transforms into a robot?
Yes.
Franny, pie, wait for me. Oh, then let's go help look for Sebastian as well.
It would have been really funny if they made a whip sound play during Edgeworth's dialogue, as if, like, while he's talking, she, like, used it on him. Ah!
Judge Courtney.
If it isn't Prosecutor Edgeworth, I hope that all is well. All is not well. Just what was going on in that trial earlier.
Okay, there's no need for that.
But even though Miss Courtney should know exactly who the culprit is, what made you... In a court of law, the only thing that truly matters is evidence. Whatever my own feelings may be, it should not affect the verdict.
So is this the judge persona of Justine Courtney we're seeing?
Cold-blooded and heartless. It's fine if you think of me as such. Oh, trust me, I do.
Even as a judge, she's still this stubborn. Judge Courtney, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you.
And what would that be?
2 nights ago, you went to the roof of the Grand Tower.
The roof, you say?
You met with the president there, correct? The 2 of you were caught on the security camera.
Biden?
No.
No, I met with the president of Zengfa.
Zengfa, that one.
Is there some sort of problem with that?
Well, today, the president's body was discovered very close to the Grand Tower.
That's...
You understand now, don't you? You're a suspect. What happened between you and the president up on the roof?
Nothing. Nothing. We merely spoke for a few minutes. Once our business was done, I headed straight home. I took the elevator back down alone.
Indeed. That was shown on the security camera footage as well. What exactly did you and the president talk about?
That... I cannot say.
I see. However, I cannot afford to let up just yet. That being the case, guess my only remaining option is to use that. She is definitely hiding something, and I'm gonna draw it out from her. It's chess time. 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Huang.
I'm just imagining in the other hallway, like, Ray and Francisco are walking, and Ray's like, well, do you think that he's gonna find it in time? She's like, well, as long as he doesn't start playing chess.
It's okay. I mean, I'm stalling Courtney right now, so we're good.
Yeah, but the recess still ticks down during this. It is true that I spoke with President Huang on the roof of the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There was no need to tell you what was said.
Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she's speaking as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what develops. Now then, let's start by asking her what she talked about with the president.
He was discussing his Biden blast.
Could you please tell me what you and the president talked about? Judge mode.
My meeting with the president was strictly business. And since it has nothing to do with you, I am not obligated to answer your question. I appreciate your understanding.
Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the PIC and a judge as well. You even assisted with the investigations.
I am simply fulfilling the professional duties that have been assigned to me.
Was your meeting with the president also one of the duties assigned to you as judge?
Yes, of course it was. I am one who lives for the law. I would never act outside my professional duties.
Well, didn't you help me out this morning? You know, this morning you returned Kay's promised notebook to me. I don't believe that all of your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties.
It's true. It seems I still retain some immature qualities.
I wouldn't call it immature. It was your own personal kindness. Which you also distressed when you found out the president had passed away.
Yes, it is very unfortunate. Why did he have to die?
It seems he was crushed by the head of a monster called the Mighty Mozilla. She's just like, fucking shoot me now. What? I'm sorry, what? Would it be easier for you if I told you he drowned in a submarine?
That would be much more believable.
Ah, excuse me. You see, Mozilla is...
Is that true? You mean the president died at the temporary Mozilla film lot?
Yeah, that's right. I'm surprised that you know about Mozilla.
That's a great out-of-context screenshot, that last line. Yes, I had heard about it from Sebastian. He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower.
She seems awfully shaken up about that. And I'm also curious about Sebastian, who went missing along with the evidence. She said she wouldn't talk about the president. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secret through another line of questioning. I'm right here! She is flustered beyond normal. There must be some reason behind it.
She's like looking out the window at like...
Francisca. She's just whipping the ground.
Yeah.
Francisca may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place, however. As long as he still possesses some of the evidence, the trial cannot proceed.
I intend to carry out a fair trial. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty.
Is that right?
I am a judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way.
So you're saying you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts?
Of course I am. I am worried about Sebastian as well, but...
You're worried about Sebastian as well. Wouldn't that mean that there's someone else you're worried about?
Ah.
By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior?
That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings.
Well, as a judge, you're only human. It may be true that those who stand in court have a duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It is impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render an impartial judgment.
Ah. It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict.
So we have a prosecutor who is not ready, a defense team who wants to be a prosecutor, and a judge who does not want to do her fucking job.
Mm-hmm.
We are up shit creek without a paddle. This is not kangaroo court. This is not like platypus court. This is something you'd see on like a fucking episode of Ren and Stimpy at this point.
Just, what am I supposed to do?
But Judge Courtney had become this distraught. I should find out exactly who she's searching for. Up until now, she's been wearing the mask of a judge. This time I should be able to draw her true feelings. You searching?
You probably have to go through the other two before the searching for.
Is the person you're searching for Sebastian by any chance?
When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will. I am worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own.
How heartless of you.
Since he went into hiding of his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to.
Could it be the person you're searching for is unable to return under their own power?
In regards to that, my lips are sealed. I am unable to talk about it right now. When I think about what might happen to that child if I talked...
Who is this child you speak of? That child. Could you tell me who you're referring to?
It's nothing. Please, pay it no mind.
Judge Courtney's expression has changed. It seems I've managed to uncover a clue. Are you searching for the mighty Mozilla? She's just like... The fuck?
I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now.
It's not a joke. Just a moment ago, you were surprised to learn that the president had been crushed by Mozilla, correct?
I was simply surprised by the president's cause of death. To think that he passed away at the temporary film lot, of all places.
What's wrong with where he died? From the way you're talking, it seems you have a problem with where he died.
That's not true. It's just... For the president to have passed away at a film lot, a place where dreams are made, I just thought it would be better if the movie's cast and crew remained unaware of the truth.
I'm very sorry to say this. However, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of the president's death. I encountered a female staff member and John Marsh at the crime scene.
No, how could it have come to this?
She seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the Mozilla film. This could be a useful clue. Judge Courtney, tell me who you're searching for.
My lips are sealed. That is not something I can talk about right now.
Let me try using that clue. Could it be that you're searching for that child who has gone missing? Since you said it was a child, I presume that they're of a young age, correct?
I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you or the president's assassination.
Let me try using that clue. Earlier, when Mozilla was brought up, it seemed to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the Mozilla movie?
How do you know that?
Usually so calm, yet you seem rather distraught right now. Please tell me, who is that child?
I understand. If you've come to know this much, I shall prepare myself for the worst. The child I'm searching for, the boy by the name of John Marsh.
John? What do you want to know about his whereabouts?
Well, that much I simply cannot say.
Judge Courtney, didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? Even if you don't intend to talk, I'm determined to expose the truth. That is my resolve. Why is she searching for John? I must get her to tell me the reason. Could it be that you're a fan of John Marsh?
Yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Marsh, the famous child actor who has been called a prodigy. I knew his movie was being filmed in front of the Grand Tower, so the temporary film lot had been on my mind.
I see. I suppose a fan would be curious about that. Did you know that John was at the temporary film lot?
Yes, of course I did. He said they would be filming there all day today, and yet...
It almost sounds as if John himself told you personally. I doubt he would give his schedule to a mere fan.
That's true, isn't it? Please don't pay any mind to that statement.
She made another slip of the tongue. She must be really worried about John. So she has spoken with John. This could be a useful clue.
Acquainted with him's probably next.
Yeah. Are you acquainted with John by any chance?
He is a famous movie star. I doubt there's anyone who doesn't know who he is.
I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him today.
That just proves you have much to learn. Allow me to give you a lesson. I know everything about him. My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure.
You tend to lose your calm whenever the conversation turns to John, don't you?
In any case, while I may know everything about John, it is a one-sided relationship.
Let me try using that clue. Because it sounds like you must have spoken with John. I understand you're worried about him, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you had spoken with John. Doesn't that prove that you were indeed acquainted with him?
How could I have committed such an indiscretion?
It appears that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintances. This could be a vital clue. Actually, we are searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea where he might be?
Why would you think that I would know where he is? John and I, there is no connection between us.
None at all, whatsoever. Let me try using that clue. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances. Judge Courtney, won't you allow us to help you in your search for him?
Help? No, that won't be allowed.
Who won't allow it? The so-called goddess of law?
The person who knows where that child is.
I see. Finally, I've connected all the pieces of the puzzle. The reason why you cannot easily talk about John. It was because someone kidnapped him. Isn't that right? Judge Courtney, it took me all fucking game to get one of those perfect, and it was like probably the second, if not the last one in the entire game. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
I would like to hear the truth from your own lips.
I understand. This time, I will truly be prepared for the worst. It is just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John.
We literally left the film lot like fucking 20 minutes ago. As I thought there was a kidnapping. Still, how's John kidnapping related to you in any way?
John and I are mother and child.
There we go. They do have like kind of similar hairstyles. What? I was unable to learn much about the conversation she had with the president, but I have learned of John's kidnapping. It was an unexpected result, but with that, it's checkmate.
What? John? I'm still here, by the way. Miss Courtney's son? No way. I mean, he's already so big for him to be your...
Mr. Edgeworth, I miss you when you go in your chest dimension.
Yes, John is indeed my son. Please look at this.
Oh no, cute kit picture incoming. Never mind. It's kind of a cute picture in a sense.
Yeah, it's cute that she had this, you know.
This is a clipping from a magazine.
It's an article about John. Do you always carry this around with you? Yes, I always keep it close by. It's like a charm to me.
Seems the bond they share is a strong one. However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped?
Yes, I received a call from the kidnapper just before the trial started.
What were their demands?
They had only one demand. A not guilty verdict for Patricia Rowland.
I see. So that's what happened. Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor?
That is correct. The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland...
So that's why you were going to deliver a not guilty verdict earlier. I couldn't even call it a mistrial, even though that fucking idiot defense just shouted.
I am not qualified to be a judge. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed, above all else. And yet, despite this, in the trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart.
Judge Courtney.
The goddess of law must be furious with me. But I simply couldn't do it. I couldn't hand down a fair verdict. If it meant I had to sacrifice my own son. Of course you can't!
Okay.
A real parent would never abandon their own child. If that makes the gods of the law angry, then maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. The goddess is guilty. Guilty! Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. The Claris god is guilty. We're responsible for upholding the law, but at the very same time, we're only human. Nobody would hand down a verdict that would sacrifice their own child.
Thank you very much, Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom.
Ma'am, it's been like 2.5 hours. Are you ready to return?
He turns to the other bailiff who's been sitting in this room this whole time, just like, oh, we're never going to be able to get back in the courtroom.
Do I let them in? Don't I let them in? What do I do?
It appears it's time. Miss Courtney. My father. He was a prosecutor. Your father.
Your father?
Yes. He stood in court just like you. And now, with all that has happened, it got me thinking. What if my father had been in the same position as you are now? If a prosecutor was being coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict... I know. If my life were on the line, my father would definitely come to steal me back. Steal you back? Miss Courtney, why don't you let us take care of it? What? I'm gonna go steal John back for you. As the second Yatagarasu, I, Kay Faraday, give you my word.
So the great thief Yatagarasu plans to steal the truth, huh? What say you, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in your young great thief?
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
And if it's alright with you, I wish to help as well.
Thank you very much. I know that it's really not my place to ask this of you, but please, do whatever you can. Please save John. You got it. Just leave everything to us. Allow me to leave my cell phone with you.
That's a
She's
glamorous
a
cell
little
phone.
Mozilla charm. That's cute. You may get a call from the kidnapper at some point.
You have my word. I will ensure the safe return of your phone along with your son. I will also do an excellent voice impression of you so he will not get suspicious.
Yes, let's hear it.
Hello, it's me.
We're doomed. And I will do everything in my power to prolong the
I'll get
trial.
Francisca to do an impression of you. She does them all the time.
Oh, Miles Edgeworth, an impression of her. How about, hello, I'm Judge Courtney, and I suck eggs because I wouldn't allow the fucking prosecutor 5 goddamn minutes. Huh? How's that? Huh? Oh, her son was kidnapped? Oh my god. I'm sorry. But even then, and most of the trial can only last for about 2 more hours.
2 hours, huh? So until 2 p.m. That's our time frame.
I must return to court. Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave the rest to you.
That was a deep bow. Okay, I thought you were taking a break from being the great thief.
As of right now, the great thief Yatagarasu is back in business. Alright, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. It's my first request after all.
Was that so? In that case, we better investigate the investigation post-haste.
Guess which Persona game is my favorite, Mr. Edgeworth? That's right, Innocent Sin.
I never played any of the rest of them past the first one. Hope to track down John. Where'd he run off to? He might have just gone back home.
That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're gonna get any filming done today.
Or he may have run away. We should probably begin our investigation from the front of the Grand Tower.
Hey, hold it, Mr. Edgeworth. You're not the one in charge anymore. From here on out, this is a job for a great thief, which means I'm the leader now.
Edgeworth spent this entire game being someone else's sidekick. If that's the case, then what am I supposed to do?
Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant.
So I'm a thief's assistant now.
Alright, let's get going. The great thief Yatagarasu takes flight once again.
God
I
damn,
love
she's
his little
fucking...
jumps.
She's like flailing those arms.
Hell yeah. I like the parallels to
Rise from the ashes. Did Discord call cut out again? Oh no.
good internet blow.
I like the
What did you hear me
connections
say?
to...
Yeah, I like the parallels to Farewell My Turnabout.
Yeah, that. I said Rise from the ashes. That's not the correct one.
God no. Here we are, the scene of the crime. Let's get to work. Now, say it with me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Say what?
Even in the depths of night... Aw, come on, say the rest with me!
Just why should I do that?
Because the great thief Yatagarasu has arrived on the scene! If we don't say the introduction, it just doesn't feel right.
I have no intention of becoming a thief.
Ah, fine then, I'll do it by myself. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu.
Yeah, okay. I know you are. I, on the other hand, am starting the investigation.
You're no fun.
Fine. I will be fun for 5 seconds. Are you
I doubt
prepared?
it.
Just for these 5 seconds.
I doubt it. I doubt
You
it.
better get your camera out, Kay. You're never going to see this again.
Nope, I don't need it. I doubt it.
Okay, then. V-Wheel!
Yep, I was right. I was right to doubt.
Oh. But that was my favorite game growing up. I guess that explains why you're not very fun at Jordan. We don't have time for fun. We have to go through the same dungeon layouts for an entire game. We don't have until 2 o'clock. We need to begin making inquiries immediately.
Good thing we have a photo, so we can go right ahead and start asking around.
Hey, look. It's the guy who played Steel Samurai.
Oh.
There he is. It's Powers.
Well, you're right.
Yeah. A long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth. This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met in a previous case. He also played the role of the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo. It's been a long time.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, a great thief. Some stuff has happened, so now Mr. Edgeworth is my assistant.
I love that stupid face he's making.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. But a thief, and Mr. Edgeworth's your assistant? Please, pay it no heed. More importantly, I'd like to ask you some questions about the case. Okay. I don't know if I'll be much help, though. He's an actor who has been working with John. Maybe a bit sudden, but let's hear what he has to say. I'd heard that you were handling the investigation for this case, but... well, that's, I'm not the prosecutor in charge, though. But if you're the assistant, does that mean the K's in charge? No, this is just a simple
You've got a good eye on you. You're completely right.
She jumped at the chance.
Since I'm in charge here, I'd like you to answer a few questions post-haste, and please be frank. Did anything happen to catch your eye? Ergo, didn't you notice anything?
I guess my name's Frank now. Who's she trying to imitate? Be frank, huh? Well, I feel very sorry for the victim, but I can't help but worry about what will happen with the filming from now on. No, that's only natural. Still, I would think that filming would be difficult now. Well, I knew this is bad. We can only use this location for a little while longer, too. Is the filming almost complete, then? No, but construction will begin here soon, so we won't be able to film here anymore. We're only using the vacant lot until construction begins. Is he holding a pair of bloomers? What the fuck is in his hand?
I think it's like a snot rag, like cry rag.
Ah, gotcha.
Like a handkerchief.
So the rest of the movies will be filmed at the Global Studios. Things aren't looking good. There's even some people spreading bad rumors. Bad rumors? Lately, a journalist has been coming by repeatedly saying, "This film's hiding a real monster, I reckon. There ain't no use hiding it." And stuff like that. I have a feeling I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
It was the photographer from before.
You're not actually hiding a real monster, are you?
Oh boy, am I, but not that kind. Of course
Oh,
not.
you mean an energy drink?
Yeah, that's right, it's right here. It's the blue flavor. If there was really one, I'd be out of a job. My boyfriend laughs every time he sees me walking around with it. He makes a lot of really weird jokes. What's that supposed to be? I might be able to help you if it had something to do with acting or stunts, but... I appreciate that. However, this has nothing to do with acting or stunts. Is that so? That's too bad. He seems disappointed. Ah, that flyer. I thought about giving one to you, but it seems you already have one.
Yeah. However, a fictitious monster battling against a fake Gordy is, how should I put it? It's a little far-fetched.
Well, actually, I think so too. But in the beginning, we tried to find the real Gordy from Gourd Lake. There are plans to use footage of the real monster in the film. We wasted a lot of budget on that.
It seems that the problem with this movie stems from before they even started filming.
What's this supposed to be? I might be able to help you if it had something to do with acting or stunts.
It's the building next to your apartment.
What's this supposed to be? The president died? He must have been aboard one of those submarines. I heard they've been killing a lot of billionaires lately. Those things are billionaire death traps. That's the original Mozilla. It was pretty popular over a decade ago. This is the type that can record your voice, right?
Yeah. We were saved not too long ago thanks to its recording function.
But this doll only has one horn on it.
What do you mean?
Oh, there should be a total of 2 horns attached, one on each side. But if it's from over 10 years ago, I guess it's not surprising that it's missing a horn.
Is that so? I thought the doll had a nice design even with the missing horn.
But you're always so nitpicky when it comes to the design of the Steel Samurai.
Well, she just doesn't understand at all. That hero is special.
Is everyone in this game neurodivergent?
Just a little bit, yeah. Remember when it was revealed that, that the Steel Samurai was Larry Butts? And Edgeworth was just distraught.
Yeah.
He couldn't take it.
Oh, so Mozilla's head is broken, and giant footprints were left at the set. Actually, quite a lot of money was spent on production costs. You could say the fate of Clover Studios rests entirely on the film's success. I'm sorry for talking about such things when someone just had died.
Yeah, there's no need to worry about it. It is an undeniable fact that the film lot has been severely damaged.
Global Studios also makes the Steel Samurai, right? Mr. Edgeworth, this is bad. If we don't resolve this case quickly, the Steel Samurai might also be gone for good.
I never thought I'd be under so much pressure.
The president died, man. What are you talking about?
Hello, my son got kidnapped. Huh, I sleep.
Yeah,
The
son
Steel
kidnapped,
Samurai
president dead.
be-
The Steel Samurai
might be canceled.
No! No!
Yeesh. I don't know, does he have anything to say about Lotta's testimony?
What?
I think that's everything that he might talk about.
Yeah, I think it is.
What can I say? It gives you a good sense of the film lot, doesn't it? The entire cast and crew are all pumped up for this work, even more than usual. Despite all the hardships, we're never without a smile. It's a real nice atmosphere. And now, this happened.
Although there's nothing I can do about the interruption to the filming. If I solve this case, they might be able to resume filming. And also we might be able to recover the child who got kidnapped. In that case, there's only one thing for us to do. Ask the final question. It seems they're putting a lot of work into this movie.
Well, that's because this is our first attempt at making a sequel to an old classic. Global Studios is pouring their heart and soul into this one.
I wish they'd put that much effort into making a new Steel Samurai series.
Edgeworth, are you okay? What role are you playing this time, Mr. Powers? I'm playing the Mighty Mozilla.
Wow, you're the main character.
Well, much obliged. I'm wearing a full-body costume again, so my face won't be seen this time either.
I see. That costume sure is cool, though. I want to try wearing it, too. I know. How about next time you let me get in the costume? Maybe just the horn part.
Well, it's not really at all possible. You can't get inside the horns.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I'm not in the Screen Actors Guild, after all. I heard they're on strike. No, wait, that's the writers.
Well, they're on leave right now because of the writers. And they're probably either
Let's
supporting
go.
or against the writers.
Billionaires dying in the ocean, writers and actors on strike. This isn't this great, Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you hear about what happened to Reddit? No, what?
I don't use Reddit. I use TikTok.
I'm dying, Kay. I don't know what that means.
Let's browse the Steel Samurai tag together, Mr. Edgeworth.
Please don't make me like TikTok. I would like to ask some questions about Jan. Oh, John. I heard about it from the girl on staff. Oh, he suddenly vanished from right in front of you. That's just like him.
Does he do that a lot?
I'd say so. During filming breaks. You ever took your eyes off him? For a moment, you'd be gone. He'd be gone.
What if he got kidnapped by a Dachi and thrown in the TV?
Oh my god. You might be onto something. Do you have any idea as to where he's going?
Spoilers for Persona 4, guys.
I don't know, but I ran into him leaving the film lot.
What? Really? You really spoiled Persona 4? Where did John go?
I saw him get into the trailer, but then I saw Adachi pushing that film reporter in. It was real fucked up.
Mayumi Yamano. That's what he said.
Yamano. I was checking the equipment, he was gone again. The trailer, huh? There might still be some traces of him left behind. Mr. Powers, could you show us the trailer? Sure thing. It's a bit of a mess right now, though.
He just pulls up his phone and he shows the movie trailer for The Mighty Musou.
It's like, here you go. Except it's not even Mighty Musou. He pulls up like the trailer for something like fucking Watership Down. It's like, here you go. It's like, why are you showing this as that's for the trailer?
Is this the trailer for Iron Lung? Yeah, it's pretty relevant right now, right?
Pipe down there, Iron Lung.
Is Markiplier directing this? Yeah.
Let's take him up on his offer and examine the inside of the trailer. Do. You're still here, bud. Hey, buddy, what's wrong? Your face looks so serious. Why so serious?
Oh my god, it's the Joker.
Have you picked up any passengers here today? Oh, I sure did. But it was only one group. 3 kids. And we drove to the bus station. I shot all of them. Haha. What did they look like? A ready bloody mess. It's a pair of men. They were both wearing black.
Mr. Edgeworth, did you miss the murder part? No? Okay.
Did you happen to see a small boy with them?
Here's a picture of him. Don't kill him.
Nope. It was just the 2 guys.
What's that? You want me to do a hit on this kid? Okay.
Okay. I understand. Thank you for cooperation. I was hoping you may have had some more information for us. But I guess not. You know, if I was lying dead on the side of the road, you just step right over my body.
You know, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. That actually might be, like, logic to do.
That might actually be logic to do, but I accidentally clicked
like
the save state button, so I have to make sure I make a save state so I don't fuck it up.
Because it could be like 2 men and then 3 pairs of footsteps, because one of those pairs is John's. Oh wait, no, that's the monster footprints. Never mind.
Yeah, those 3 men were you know.
Yeah, the 2 men are the Mighty Mozilla and Gordy. You didn't talk to the
Yeah, I drove Gordy and Mighty Mozilla over here. It was a bit of a tight squeeze. It's kind of a clown car in here, actually. It's like a Pokeball.
Get it, clown, because I'm the Joker.
You know, Maury.
Thank you for your hard work, Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Are you the guy who's making sure that the Joker doesn't joke all over?
Yeah.
That's what people say, right? That's what he does?
Yeah.
I'm not a prosecutor at the moment. He doesn't joke her off or something.
Yeah.
But I'll keep quiet about that for now. Thank you. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Sir, I'm on guard duty.
Could you tell me about the cars that passed through here today?
Yeah. The only ones that came through here with that taxi in that blue truck.
So, 2 different vehicles came through this place. This is valuable information.
No.
Oh,
No, I
never
guess
mind.
it's not, Mr. Edgeworth.
We gotta trust
We
the
should-
random officer.
We should discard that evidence. I mean, it might be 2 cars, 2 men. It's a sequel to 2 Girls, 1 Cup. Sorry.
They both get fucked by the car.
You're so Wait, what was I saying in the Discord? I don't know if I'm gonna watch Smosh. The humor's too immature. And then... Here I am.
Pieces of film equipment have been placed here. Are you filming today? No, I had to stop filming for today. Since a box had disappeared. A box? What was he talking about? Yeah, there was some equipment in that box. I took my eyes off it for just a few seconds and look what happens.
So there's a thief among us?
Exactly what was stolen? Nothing much, actually. Just the box is missing.
You know what game we should play, Mr. Edgeworth?
Town of Salem.
Salem. Why would someone steal a box? Personally, I would have taken the stuff inside.
Why did we go to the same place? They probably wanted the box, whatever was inside of it. Did they plan to put something inside the box?
Maybe a little boy.
I want to say, for reference, I've never played Town of Salem, and I don't think Emily's played a lot of it either.
Yeah, I played like maybe like 2 hours total.
Okay. About John's seat.
Seat?
Yeah, the place where he sat. Oh, it's over there, where that backpack's sitting. Something is sticking out of the bag. This is a tape? Oh, it's a tape for filming. Why does John have one? Did he film something? This might be a clue. Is there any way to check its contents? We have a monitor to look at over the footage that was filmed. We can use that. Why are they using VCR in like 2000 whatever?
Because they still use flip phones. It's just Ace Attorney.
Now then, let's see what's on the tape. But I think they do switch to modern phones soon. This is. It looks like what John was practicing. John was practicing by himself. The monster's footprints can be seen as well. So this must have been recorded last night. He does that sometimes. When he's not happy with his performance, he'll sneak onto the set to practice by himself.
Wow, he really is hardworking.
Yeah, he sure is. Though he's young, he's a real pro. He never rests until he's satisfied.
With every nook and cranny?
Yeah. He even says those words. How'd you know?
Are you a... I guess Mr. Edgeworth is a Mighty Moozilla fan.
Fine, you caught me. And again, I can't say that I approve of him using the equipment without asking.
Yeah, it's like an OSHA violation.
John is able to operate the equipment all by himself. More or less if it's just basic filming.
Huh?
That's wrong. Why isn't John on the screen anymore?
I think he ran off somewhere just a few seconds before this.
Did he go somewhere while the camera was still recording? Also notice that there's a giant hole there now. Tape ends here.
Giant
Looks like this
hole?
was... Yeah, like the hole in the ground.
That was already... Like, the footprint was already there.
Was it there when he recorded it in the first place?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was there when... Yeah.
Okay, so this was recorded post-Stompy.
Yeah.
Tape ends here. Looks like this is what all was recorded.
No one else was on camera except for John. Unless there was like a tiny little man that was so small that you couldn't see it. Like, we're talking like a centimeter tall. Like Apollo Justice.
Benjamin Button. Opposite of Benjamin Button. That's
Give me
probably
Apollo
why
Victor,
Apollo
though.
Justice and Kay never met in a room. Because Apollo killed her.
It's either logic or we go up to the top left. Probably two men, cars that came through.
I mean, those cars did come through. No.
Visual representation of the joke landing.
just a misfire.
I guess we go to the top left. I guess we don't.
This trailer is used to shuttle actors to and from the film lot.
It shuttles the actors. Does that mean galactic trailer ready for launch? 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Yes, actually.
Blast off at the speed of light. Shower thrusters on full. Rocket bathroom engage.
I would prefer a calm, relaxing bath myself.
Emblem engage.
It appears to be a map of the area around the Grand Tower. Let's take a look. This is the Grand Tower. It's where we are right now. I guess that's a blipperoonie. I declare this stream to be blipped. And it was blipped. There we
you
go. Was that my internet, or was that just Discord being stupid?
It wasn't my internet, so it
Okay.
was either yours or Discord.
It was probably Discord being stupid then. I thought it was a blipperoonie. Yeah, I posted a very funny meme in video games. I wouldn't say there's no shot of an Earthbound remake ever happening, honestly. Of a Mother 3, anything happening, yeah. But I could definitely see them, like, touching up Earthbound a little bit.
Mother 3 could only ever happen if they did an Earthbound remake and it sold exceedingly well.
I think it would, honestly. I think Earthbound would sell pretty okay if they touched up, gussied it a little bit.
It's a nice building, but I can't say I'm a fan.
I can't blame her.
Oscillate.
It would be strange if you never wanted to set foot in the tower again. See, like, what I would actually want, though, from, like, an Earthbound remake is maybe a little bit more, like, a little bit more story somewhere here or there.
I think it really needs it.
I don't think it needs it either, but maybe, like, you know, maybe like a bonus, like, chapter or episode or something like that. I don't know. That would be fun.
Maybe. Fix the monkey cave, that's what I want.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, I did do
Edgeworth,
that.
Once we discover the truth and completely solve this case, can we come here again, just to sightsee? And we can bring Gummy along with us too.
Never letting the past hold you back, and always looking forward. That's just like you. Unfortunately, Kay, we aren't quite finished here yet. There's still much left to solve. It's too early to be making plans for the future.
I guess so. Well then, let's hurry up and solve it.
Well, there's also the Prime Mall, Twilight Station, the Rising Sun Park.
I never really cared much for that sort of thing.
What, parks?
I heard that ultraviolet rays from the sun can cause burn marks on your skin.
Okay, what in the world are you talking about?
Come on, I'm talking about the Rising Sun Park, of course.
I'd like to bask in that sentiment while I watch the sunrise in the park. What? Is it like a giant tanning salon park?
I think the joke is Kay is like talking as if it is, but it's not.
Could you imagine that existing though? Just a giant tanning room, not like a little thing you sit in. A full ass like room with like a bunch of people all tanning in it.
Yeah, be fucked up.
It's just like a giant cancer room. Welcome. The Sunshine Coliseum. It's a place where all sorts of sports events are held.
Discord just randomly like closed the stream. There we go. I mean,
Great.
it was. You don't need to restream. It just booted me out of it for some reason.
It's just like, no.
I've always wanted to go to the World Thief Expo, but it was canceled this year.
Also
you know
known
who
as
else
the
was canceled?
WT.
The Joker.
I guess he was canceled because he shot Maury and 3 kids and also kidnapped the child and filmed
Here.
2 cars, 2 people.
And also, you can beatbox. I heard that it's a huge event where all the greatest thieves from around the world gather. But last year, everyone who went got arrested. Turns out it was just a trap set up by the police to catch the thieves.
Is Shuichi the Joker? I mean, he can
God.
beatbox.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the only 2 people I know that can
beat
beatbox.
The only 2 people.
I
And
didn't
have you
even
ever
know
seen
that.
them in the same room?
No, I can't say I have.
Shuichi's the Red Knight.
I knew it. Shuichi is Melty. That's why he acts all shy.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Even knowing that, you still want to go. There's also Sunshine Harbor. I really gotta stop doing that. Seems that the harbor and the waste center are quite close to each other. This must be city skylines.
Maybe that's where they dispose of all the garbage that comes floating in from the ocean.
Perhaps they do, but I'm sure they also deal with other types of waste as well.
Other types of waste. Ah, you don't mean shells and fish bones, do you? You can't just throw away the fish and shells you catch from the sea like garbage. You gotta recycle them, make them into jewelry and stuff. She plays Dwarf Fortress.
Okay, let's talk about this matter some other time.
Maybe they're gonna find a crumpled submarine on the shore sometime soon. Nah, probably stuck in the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that shit's not washing up. Those billionaires are probably crab meat, and the submarine probably got lodged.
They're probably like out of air and suffocated to death, or almost out of air and panicking.
Or it was like a planned exit to the ocean, and then like a covert mission to take them ashore and hide them from their crimes. So like
Billionaires don't need that to get out of jail if they can just use their money.
I've been reading a lot of Alex Rider. So I will say those billionaires are fucking mad geniuses
We didn't look
sometimes,
at everything. I don't
but they're
think
also idiots.
Maybe stolen box, like 2 men, maybe. But like, I don't know. I think we might have to look more at that map more.
I don't see what else to look at.
I mean, you didn't click on everything.
I mean, nothing else can be clicked on.
Oh, nothing else can be clicked on? Well, you didn't hit Dusk Waste Management.
I guess not.
Dusk Waste Management. Do they help you manage your wasteful spending?
No.
Like $250,000 on a ticket to get in a fucking tin can?
I mean, I would take a submarine ride. That sounds fun.
That's what
Not
you
one
said.
with no fucking windows.
And one for $250,000?
Although, actually, I think a lot of them do not have windows, to be fair.
If I had $250,000 to spare.
I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be what I would spend it on first. If I had, like, excessive money and $250,000 to blow, then sure, a submarine ride.
If I had excessive money and $250,000 to blow, I'm gonna be a boring communist. I would give it to people who need it.
I mean, yeah, sure, of course. But also, here's the thing. You don't need $250,000 to take a ride in a submarine. That's just fucking
If
stupid.
you want an Xbox controller to navigate you to...
Maybe
drive
they
by
like
Titanic.
maybe to go like really, really deep down. But, like if you just want to take a submarine ride, all right, now I'm looking. How much does a submarine ride tour cost? $179, $181, $47, $181, about $200. Very easy. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not out of budget. You do not need $250,000 to go sinking into the fucking Titanic. Anyway, by the way, Kay, why are you so fidgety? Do you know something about those billionaires that I don't? Kay?
Huh? Oh,
Okay.
Nothing. I didn't steal the batteries to the Xbox controller.
That's why they die.
Yeah, they're out of double A.
It's not. You can never find double A's, Mr. Edgeworth. Prove me wrong.
It's nothing. More importantly, there's another waste center on the top right corner of the map that we already
Since
looked
they're separate facilities, they probably handle different kinds of waste. Although there does seem to be a lot of waste management facilities around here.
at. Oh, ooh, I think I know why. I bet they're always collecting garbage from dusk till dawn.
Were you so fidgety because you were waiting for a chance to say that? Dawning Street.
Can you hit the mall? The mall? No.
No, Polonia is not allowed. Your love came all over me.
Maybe there's a logic we can do, but I think we've investigated everything. So.
Did I check the truck?
Oh, we didn't check the truck. Hey, John. Guess he's not here. This basket looked pretty suspicious to me, but
Certainly does. Jason!
look, he's pinching it. Huh? Oh, what's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? You're not allowed to pinch through the meta. Why are you touching the truck?
The truck's body is cold to the touch. It seems to have been parked here for some time.
You can figure all that out just by touching it?
Considering the length of time it's been parked here, the driver must be nearby. Not be nearby. Suppose we won't be able to ask him any questions until they've returned. That is genuinely something you can check with the truck.
Wow, you're so smart. You're like the super high school level detective.
Yeah, it's... See if you can feel like the exhaust coming off the truck, or if you could feel like the tires being hot. It's already been 12:30.
I wonder how Miss Courtney and the others are holding up.
How long will they be able to prolong the trial? This must be like the most boring fucking trial in existence. They have no evidence, and they're stalling for 2 hours.
They do have evidence. They just don't have the decisive evidence.
Yes, but Courtney, look at this. Allow me to get out of my seat so I may get a closer examination
Allow me
of
to
that.
get out of my seat to look yet again at your prosecutor's badge.
I don't think I'll give you a penalty for this because it's a lovely badge.
Yes,
Yes,
you
I
wear
keep
the
it in my
badge
top
well.
pocket. They just start like
And you're
making.
with Interpol, huh? That's so cool and awesome.
Another recess, 20 minutes.
We gotta hurry and find John.
Indeed.
Oh, heck no. That ain't how it's done.
Alright.
Well, bear trap go.
You ain't gonna catch a scoop like that.
Sorry, Chief.
What am I always telling you? We're beasts. Scoop eating animals. It's scoop or starve. No story, no glory. You gotta get fired up.
Yes, sir. As expected in my mentor.
They're here. It's those noisy reporters.
Hey, they came here too. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's go talk to them.
Good grief. If we must.
Apparently we must. We don't must.
Apparently we must. Hi.
No, we're not in a submarine.
Did Miss Swift call you her mentor just now?
Sure did. Nicole's my #1 pupil. Says she fell in love with the photos from my scoops. Even if our jobs are different, our passion for scoops is the same, let me tell you. Ever since then, she's been all cute-like, calling me stuff like Master and Chief.
So she fell in love with Miss Hart's photos. I guess you could say like teacher, like student.
Still got a ways to go as she's gathering information, but her passion's the match for mine. Seems like she was trying to catch the scoop about Moozilla's appearance. She's been circling around these parts all day long.
Circling around this area. Maybe she witnessed the kidnapping. Mr. Edgeworth, looks like we'll need to hear what she has to say.
Indeed. We need more information about John. Let's show Miss Swift that piece of evidence and ask her about him. Speaking of which, your next scoop? The black market auctions are over. What are you aiming for next?
Ain't it obvious? My name is Mozilla. I'm going after Mozilla. Who'd have thunk that while I was out here stalking out the black market auction at the Grand Tower, the mighty Mozilla's footprints would show up right next to the tower?
Is that really a place that would publish a story like that?
Don't treat me like a fool. I've got 1 or 2 valued clients lined up. Actually, there's a newspaper company here at the Grand Tower. Me and Nicole go there all the time. Well, we always get turned that way at the door, but still.
Wouldn't exactly call that a valued client. She must live a very exciting life.
She must live a very active life, I would say.
Filled with excitement, and then periods of depression after you realize that you've been chasing ghosts again.
I think she's just always, like, on a new thing, and I think she never has time for it to soak in. If it ain't Mr. Edgeworth, so we meet again. Is this my
Miss Swift. Why are you here?
Did we ever make a joke about Taylor Swift?
You were set up as the suspect for the murder. Still, your involvement with the fake assassination plan remains a fact. You'll have to submit police questioning later. You should know that there's still a possibility you may be charged with some crime.
For some reason, my questioning was stopped all of a sudden. After a while, they just let me out and told me I could go home scot-free. It must be some kind of message saying I need to keep on doing my best out there, I reckon. Well, they did give me a pretty stern warning not to reveal anything about the case.
The official statement released to the public about the assassination attempt. Miss Swift was not involved. That must have been the reason why they let her go.
But Mr. Edgeworth, attempting to silence Nicole like this is like trying to plug a leaky dam with your bare hands.
That's a story. She was quick to say something so harsh.
I quickly put together the full details of everything I knew about the case. Sprinkled in some of my own dramatizations and brought the article to a publisher. But for some reason I haven't gotten any replies yet.
Were they pressured to keep quiet, or were her dramatizations simply too much? Both are probable, so I'm not sure which is true.
I had a whole page about Opal Raincoat style.
Of course you did. What information were you trying to collect here at the Grand Tower?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still don't get it, do ya? If you want to ask a reporter a question, you gotta give her something first.
Do you mean information that can be used in an article?
Bingo! Give me some info that'll make for a good article. If you ain't got something like that, I guess we won't be talking.
I also need some information about John. Let's show her that piece of evidence and try asking her about him.
The photo, presumably.
What's her name again? It's like something Swift? Nicole Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At that moment, the prosecutor presents his evidence, faintly shining. What'd you just show me?
Never mind. Looks like she doesn't know anything about it. Do you know anything about this lovely movie flyer?
Infiltrating a den of evil to cover her scoop with complete disregard for her own life. My mentor is really the greatest. Don't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
She must be talking about Miss Hart, although I don't really want to comment. Personally, I would prefer she didn't make so many rash decisions.
So in other words, she's good at making snap decisions. Is there anything else?
I'd also prefer if she gathered her information properly instead of flattering people or status.
So in other words, she's able to get lots of info from important people. That's just what I would expect from my mentor.
I would also prefer if you didn't take everything I say and turn it all around. Hey look, a badge. No. Nothing. Worst badge, it doesn't have unique dialogue for every single person I come across. No.
Hello, Miss Swift. I'm sorry, but about this photo.
You ain't gotta say it. I know exactly what's going on.
Uh-huh. What do you mean?
You're searching for him, ain't you? That boy.
What?
Things are still pretty tough for you, I see. Miles Edgeworth, the man of crime. Wherever he goes, dead bodies are sure to follow.
You're not wrong.
Or something like that.
No, you got it right. That's kind of a terrible reputation to have, but it's also my life, so...
Who would have thought? This time, there'd be a kidnapping incident.
Yeah, it's not the first time that's happened either.
What? How do you know that? Shh, shh. Could you keep it down a little? This material's top secret. I ain't even told my mentor about it yet. Y'all gotta keep it a secret for me. If she finds out, I'll be a goner.
Why do you know? Judge Courtney should only have told us.
I ain't telling that to anyone. Not even you, Mr. Prosecutor.
Seems this reporter still hasn't learned her lesson.
Yeah, you can give me the stink eye all you want. I still ain't telling. Do you know something about it? Truth is, I done saw it myself. A boy being taken away by a couple of men in black.
The two men.
What? Where'd they go? That, I don't know. They were too far away, so I lost sight of them. Darn it. But at least we know what the criminals looked like.
Yeah, a pair of men in black.
Bear trap, go.
She said
Is what
it.
she says.
Is what she's... Just the nurse.
Yeah.
We've now collected some testimony regarding the culprits. Miss Swift says she saw two men slip away with John. Furthermore, the taxi driver says he picked up two men in the taxi.
They must be the same guys.
Seems likely. However, there's still a problem. According to the taxi driver, the two men were alone. John wasn't with them.
Probably the box. I saw him cram them in a box. Yeah, you're right. That is a problem. No, I think it's Saul and Box. And John wasn't with them. They put him in the box.
Yeah. John has been boxed. What if the kidnappers stole the box?
Ah, you mean they...
Exactly. They took it in order to carry John inside of it.
John's a tiny kid, after all. Then, the reason the taxi driver didn't see John was because...
It's likely he was put in the trunk as the kidnappers' luggage.
But why do they need to go through all the trouble of hiding him?
Well, at first, the kidnappers must have intended to abduct him without being seen. However, they didn't anticipate all the policemen in the plaza.
Ah, I see. If they tried to just walk away with him, they would have been spotted.
Just the mere presence of policemen would have a sizable threat.
I get it. In that case, we've got to ask the taxi driver. Excuse me, Mr. Joker.
Did the two men you told us about earlier have any luggage with them? Yeah, they stuffed a huge trunk box up in the trunk, and the box in the trunk.
Wow, the Joker's having a stroke. Then that's that. Those guys must be the kidnappers.
I suffer from type 2 diabetes.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Joker.
I gotta take my insulin.
Sure, man. Is that why you're the Joker? Because it's so expensive?
Yeah, that's why.
But I thought it's not about the money, it's about sending a message.
Yeah, well, you can take that message and shove it up your butt. It's definitely about the money. It's always about the money. All about the Mets, too. Gotta love the Mets.
Gotta love the Mets, baby.
Do you remember where you took those two men? Sounds to me like something serious has gone down here. If you'd like, I could take you to the same place I took them.
Let's do it, Mr. Edgeworth.
I swear to God, if we go to the fucking embassy, I'm gonna shoot someone. Yeah, thanks for your help. No problemo, just leave it to me.
My hunch is it's gonna be fucking, well, I guess it wouldn't be fucking, Matt Engard's house again. Because that wasn't, Shelly the Killer's house. That was Matt Engard's house.
Yeah. I don't think it was Shelly the Killer.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. It's the obvious answer, but it could be someone else.
Shelly works alone, is the thing.
What do you mean he gets hired?
Yeah.
Oh, but I see what you're saying. It's two men. But I mean, the two men, like, yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing: is it's somebody who gives a shit about Patricia Rowland. It might just be that fucking weird ass dog guy from
Dogen.
3. Yeah. Ugh, that taxi drove way too fast. I don't feel too good. Mr. Edgeworth, are you alright? Your face is really pale.
I'm fine. The driver said they came to this house's garage.
This must be where those two men brought the box. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, look at the nameplate on the door.
Nameplate. What? Blaze the best!
Oh, shit. So this is the chairman's house.
Does that mean the one who kidnapped John was Blaze the Best? Blaze should have already been arrested, though.
Ah, the garage door's unlocked.
This is like a Pokemon cutscene right now.
Yeah.
You really do have a good eye for this sort of thing.
I gently opened the door.
Oh my fucking god. Stupid bike.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage bike. Smells like motor oil. Maintaining that motorcycle must be Blaze's hobby.
Excuse me, we're coming in. Anybody home?
Thank you for giving away the element of surprise, Kay. Great
I heard the
thief
door
work.
open.
Doing something like this is as if we're a couple of petty thieves.
Shh, be quiet. Right now we're great thieves.
I'm gonna What did you just say?
Have some self-awareness.
She scolded me. Nobody's here. For now, it looks like we can get through this without being arrested.
This isn't the time to be relieved. Now the real deal begins. Let's go look for treasure.
We're looking for John, not treasure. So, it's 2. How you feeling?
Let's investigate through this room. I think that, like...
There's a lot of boomerangs on the wall.
Presumably there's gonna be something, we're gonna find something here. Otherwise it'd be a really weird thing to have us do. So I think that'll be, whatever that is probably a good place to stop. Wow, this bike is so cool.
I mean, one thing is the trunk's open.
Look at that, it has a skull for a headlight.
Huh. Seems the eyes light up when you turn on the headlights.
Ooh. Well, I'm sure its eyes don't glare as well as yours, Mr. Edgeworth.
My eyes don't actually emit light when I glare, though. You know whose eyes do emit light when they glare?
Megatron.
Yeah. But also, what was her name? 7 Volt from WarioWare? The mother?
Oh, yeah.
She has some real beam eyes.
Mr. Edgeworth, there are huge bags of flour here. If I had some water and a rolling pin, I could make some noodles by hand. I'll slightly undercook them so they have a nice, firm, al dente texture.
Okay, those are bags of cement mix, not flour. Mixed with water, it will harden. It's not something you'd want to sink your teeth into.
Oh, I guess cement noodles shouldn't be cooked al dente.
No, they shouldn't even be cooked in the first place. That said, Link will still eat them if you cook rocks in your recipe.
Yeah.
This large box, this must be it. This is probably the box that Mr. Power said has been stolen.
So John was stashed in this box and then transported all the way here.
Please don't talk about people as if they're objects. However, if that's the case, there's also a possibility that John's still somewhere in this garage.
Okay, let's go look for him. Our honor as the great thief and her assistant depend on it.
Good grief.
You accidentally clicked on it again.
God dang it.
Ah, I found something good.
These are mechanics gloves. You wear them during vehicle maintenance or when you're working with machinery.
They look really stained with motor oil.
However, they're also horribly stained with dirt. Could the gloves have gotten this dirty just from maintaining the bike?
I don't really like Blaze, but these gloves are pretty cool. Do you think we could come up with some reason to take these with us?
When you say it like that, it makes it hard for me to just take them as evidence.
Data jotted down. That's funny. I mean, I guess the door, right?
They buried something. There are large tools hanging on the wall, such as a sledgehammer and a shovel.
It's a lot bigger than the gavel Miss Courtney carries around. If I ever become a judge, I don't want my gavel to be this big.
Swinging such a huge gavel in court would be intolerable. Please don't.
Aw, I'll just swing the shovel that's beneath it instead.
That has no business being swung in court or anywhere else. Please don't. Huh.
There's someone inside. They're probably annoyed by our incessant
John?
dialogue. John, we're coming to save you. Eh?
This is... You're Sebastian.
What? Why? This is Blaze's house, right? That would mean...
Yeah, it should also be Sebastian's house. So then why is he... Okay, go help him out. I don't want to touch him.
If it has to do with ropes, just leave it to Kay. Here I go. A little pull over here and a quick tug over there. Are you alright, Sebastian? I think this is a great place to save state. Or save and leave it for next time.
Good old Sebastian. My dad kidnapped me.
My dad kidnapped me, had me wrapped in fucking rope and gagged and put in the fucking garage.
This
But I
is the
still
worst
love my
day
dad.
ever. He's just having a bad day.
I feel so bad for Sebastian, man. Like, I know that he's, like, annoying and
He is the
like,
definition
holier
of
than
what
thou.
happens when you let nepotism go way too far.
Yeah, right? Like, it's, like, none of it's really his fault, you know?
He's
like,
just
a
a good
kid.
boy. You know, the thing that makes him nice is that even though he's like slightly annoying, he's not annoying in a like a really gross way or like a weird way. He's just kind of really pompous and silly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, he's still, like, I don't know, he still cared enough about, like, the pursuit of truth that when we showed him evidence, he was like, oh, I guess you're right.
He's not
You know?
walking around sexually harassing Justine or Courtney or
Yeah,
anyone
he's
or
better
anyone
than
else.
he's better than Ray.
He's not eating paper. Though
Oh,
I
that part's
have
fine.
no doubt he'd eat paper if you asked.
He isn't pouring bleach in his son's eyes. That's for sure. That's because that's what I do. But you know,
We should see if he could, like... Do you think he could fix the driver? Make him not the Joker?
probably not.
Or, do you think the best would be one of his 13 reasons why? Okay, we're ending off the episode. Goodbye.
All right, goodbye everyone.